In the year 1996, there was an article posted in the Sporting Dog Journal about the topic of breeding to cold pit bulls. This article was written by a bright young man named Little Rock who wanted to give his opinion on why he wouldn't or would breed to a cold dog that he owned. Brood Curs and Culls by Little Rock. First of all, let's talk about what a good dog should have. A good dog should first of all be game. Since this is what the game is about, you don't want to base your whole yard on anything less. You also want ability, stamina, and it's good to pitch some mouth as a plus. And for your brood bitch, she should be able to whelp puppies. Since you're going to base your yard off this bitch, you should be familiar with her 3-generation pedigree, and it should be a good one. This dog should also have good temperament. What prompted me to write this article is when I see certain advertisements in magazines. For example, brood bitch for sale for $2,500. Brood stock only, and the pedigree reads 20 times Jeep. When you call this fellow up, he explains that the bitch is 26 months old and won't hit a lick or has any ability. So I ask him, what makes this bitch a brood dog? He then replies, her pedigree. I then ask what would happen if a match dog gets off the chain and jumps on her. He replies, she would probably get killed. Well, let me tell you something. If, while I'm gone away somewhere, a bitch gets loose on my yard and goes to my brood dog, when I get home, I'm going to have to break my brood bitch off that other dog, which will probably be a corpse by that time. Also look out for someone selling a 7 or 8-year-old brood bitch that hasn't produced winners. And don't forget to ask the seller how many dogs off her does he have on his yard. If he has none, it could be a bad sign. I know I'm going to get it for saying that, but that's my opinion. I hate a cold bitch, and I won't keep one. I believe the brood bitch is just as important as the stud dog. Picture this ad. On one page, a grand champion is standing at stud. He's a 6 or 7-time winner, and one of those were over another grand champ. Sounds good, right? On another page is a dog with a super pedigree standing at stud. He has never won a match, neither has his parents. And to top that off, this dog is cold. That means no mouth, no gameness, no ability, no nothing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know one serious dog man that would pick the cold dog with a pedigree over the grand champion. So if you wouldn't base your yard on a nothing male, why would you base it on a nothing female? I know a lot of people would say that cold bitch has the potential to produce a good dog or two, but not in my yard. I want to get the odds more in my favor. You can even look at the list of Register of Merit dogs. To my knowledge, none of these dogs were cold. And even if 1 or 2 of them were cold, that's just the exception to the rule. And how many cold dogs are coming from their bloodlines now? But I'm just not trying to put down cold dogs, but any dog being bred that lacks gameness, ability, stamina, and mouth. Sure, you can give a little up in some areas, but when you give up them all, you're just breeding shepherds in a bulldog body. If you sell dogs like this, then yes, I'm going to say it, you're a puppy peddler. Brood bitches are not the garbage left over after you pick the match dogs of a litter. They may not be curs, but they certainly are culls. In choosing a brood bitch, make sure she has good bone structure because you can't inbreed a 26-pound stick. She must have a stable disposition and again have a solid 3-generation pedigree of bulldogs and absolutely no cold dogs in that 3-generation pedigree. You should also find out if that bitch has any winning litter mates. If you get pups off that bitch, try not to sell them but raise them to 2 years of age and test them. If they start curring, then you start culling. Remember, don't sell your culls. Anything less than a true bulldog and you sell it, you're a puppy peddler.